Hi, and welcome back to Focal Point on AFR Talk. My name is Brian Fisher. I am your congenial, convivial, and amiable host. With us, we're honored to have in our Focal Point studio two very special guests, Alexa Gerbrans and Renan Perdomo, both with Operation Christmas Child. This is a project that we get involved in every single year here at the American Family Association, one of the great projects that we get involved in. In fact, right now, our entire staff is having an Operation Christmas Child packing party. Well, in fact, that'll start in about a half an hour. We're going to pack 500 of these Operation Christmas Child shoe boxes for children all around the world. So we're involved in this. We support it. We believe in it. And every year at this time, we like to show our support, encourage you to get involved. And that's why we have two special guests with us here today. And maybe, Alexa, I said I was going to start with Renan, but Alexa, let me start with you. You got a special box.
I have a very
tell us what's up with that box.
Well, this box represents sending out the 100 millionth shoebox this year for Operation Christmas Child.
Hold it right there. So what you're telling me is that over the course of the Operation Christmas Child project,
yes,
100 million shoe boxes have been packed and sent to needy children. And that stands for the 100 millionth box.
This does. And what we're doing is we are taking this box across the United States, and we've taken it to Minneapolis and Sacramento and Nashville, and then here with AFR in Tupelo. And we're placing in a very special item into the shoebox. And Renan will explain a little bit about what that special item is. And when we're done, we'll hand deliver this to a little girl in the Dominican Republic.
All right, so that's where it's going to wind up. And when will you head down to the Dominican Republic?
About December 5th.
Okay, so, well, great. Well, thank you, Alexa, for that quick update. And Renan, I want to bring you in. You had an opportunity to share in our time with our entire staff this morning a little bit of your story, and that was just an exciting story about the role that Operation Christmas Child played in your life. Now, tell us a little bit about your story.
That's right. I'm from Honduras, a small country in Central America, and I'm the younger boy of 10 children in my family. And
you said that's like a small family
there
in
is
Honduras,
a small
right?
family in Honduras. So I remember growing up in this little town of 800 people and sharing everything in our house with my brothers and sisters. We didn't have no running water, no electricity, dirt floor. We don't have nothing. We just survived day by day. And I remember I was 8 years old, and I wanted to go to school so bad. And coming to my mom every year, Mom, I want to go to school. And she's like, I know you want to go to school, but I don't have no money to buy school supply. And even though in Honduras, the school is free, but you got to provide the school supplies. And the only thing I needed to go to school was a pencil and a notebook, but we didn't have any money. And she always say, don't worry about it. We're going to pray. We're going to ask God to provide a way for you to go to school. And remember, every night, every day, praying, asking God to provide a way for me to go to school. And one day, somebody came to our door and say, hey, tomorrow, some missionary will come and give away some free stuff. And when you hear free stuff, I was like, wow, we didn't have nothing. And somebody said, somebody going to give away some free stuff. I started jumping.
You didn't have stuff to start with.
Nothing.
So when you hear somebody offering free stuff.
That's right. And we went to the church, and there it was. They handed me a box, a beautiful box. And I remember just staring at the box. And the missionary said, what's wrong? And I was like, this is my first present ever. We never celebrate Christmas. We never celebrate birthdays because we didn't have any money. I didn't wear shoes until I was 13 years old. And to have this box, my own present, on my own hands, it was just amazing. And they said, you got to open it. And I was like, why?
So you didn't even want to open it. You were just sort of entranced with having a gift box to begin with.
That's right. And the box was just so pretty. It was wrapped up so pretty that I didn't want to break it. And I opened the shoebox. And guess what was inside the shoebox? The school supplies. I remember in the shoebox was a pencil, notebook, crayons, coloring book, and scissors. And I just remember when I opened the shoebox, it was just like a brighter light in there. For the first time, I saw that somebody cares about me, somebody loved me, and for the first time, I saw a big old hug from Jesus when I opened the shoebox.
And so I gave you an opportunity then to go to school, which was a dream for you. Now, you mentioned where you were telling a story about the scissors today. Were those scissors?
Yes.
That you had in your gift box. Tell us about that.
Well, I remember my sister found this scissor. I don't know how she found it, but she said, I'm going to cut your hair. And I was like, I don't think you can do that. And she did such a good job that I decided to stay home for 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
So had she ever seen a pair of scissors before?
No.
So
No,
she
it's-
was a complete rookie, and
That's
she
right.
was experimenting on you.
That's
and,
right.
And you weren't smart enough not to let her experiment on you.
No. But
So you homeschool for a couple weeks after
That's
that.
right. That's right. I would stay at home, and it was just bad, but it was great at the same time. And every time I went to this shoebox, I felt safe. I felt loved in it. Every time I opened the shoebox, every time I opened it was the same. I mean, I saw it there because I went to the missionary and said, "Why did somebody want to give this to me? I mean, this is beautiful." And they start talking about the love of Jesus, because Jesus loved them. They decide to love you back. So I want, and then I start thinking, I want that love. I want to receive that love so I can give it to others.
So that box then and the gifts are in it, that became a tangible manifestation or a tangible display of the love of Jesus Christ for you, and it actually opened your heart to the gospel.
That's right. That's right. I went back and gave my life to Jesus because of that. They gave me a New Testament, and I didn't know how to read it, but I knew in that book it was going to be something that was going to change my life forever.
So how did you learn to read?
I went to school with a pencil and a notebook, and I went to school for 6 years, and I learned how to read there.
Now, how did you wind up in the United States?
That's a great question. People ask me that, and I don't know. I know it's God thing. I was in Honduras after all that, and I met my wife there. She was a missionary there. And
You met her
in Honduras.
in Honduras.
And we married there. I built my house there. But what happened whenever you get married? Babies start coming, right? So she was pregnant, and she had to come to the United States. So I was there. She was here. And I was trying to get my visa to come over here. And by the time I got here, my daughter was 2 months old.
Wow. So 2 months old before you got to hold her for the first time.
That's right. That's right.
So what, Renan, what does the future hold for you? Where do you see your life going from this point?
Everybody asks me that, and I just like to say that I just gave it all to Jesus. This year I told God, I said, wherever you send me, I will go. So I don't know where he's going to take me, but I know for sure, being with Samaritan's Purse right now, this is where he wants me to go right now.
Well, Alexa, tell us a little bit about what goes into these shoe boxes. I'm sure people are intrigued by the story. They want to help out. They hear Renan's personal story, how the impact that the box had on him. And they're saying, look, I want to be a part of this. So how can they become a part of this? And what kind of things should they look for to go in the box?
Right. Well, I mean, hearing Renan's story, and Franklin always says this is the first thing that we ever want to put in a shoebox is prayer. I believe that the Lord guides you when you're going to pack something like school supplies, a pencil, hygiene items, hair clips, soap, toothpaste, toothbrush. The Lord will really direct you in what to put into this, because children who receive these shoeboxes may never have anything in their entire life. And a lot of kids in orphanages share one toothbrush for every child in the orphanage. So really packing in necessities like toothbrush, toothpaste, all of that, but then something fun, a toy, a stuffed animal, something for them to hug onto. So,
Well, in fact, Renan, you were sharing about a stuffed animal that was in your box and what it came to mean to you. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I always tell people that, like she said, that don't worry about to put in the shoebox. The most important thing you can do is pray, because God, He will go in these shoeboxes. And most of these little kids don't have nothing in their life. Their mom never hugged them. And for them to have this little teddy bear where they can hold on to at night, that's just amazing.
And you had one of those in your box.
I didn't have one, but my sister did.
And it meant a lot to her.
Oh, yes. She kept that teddy bear, and just that was her favorite thing.
Now, Alexa, tell us how people can get more information about Operation Christmas Child and how their churches can get involved in this project.
Okay. You can go to the Samaritan's Purse website, so samaritanspurse.org/OCC. On our website, we have a zip code locator, so you can type in your zip code. It'll tell you all the collection centers near your home. So that's how you can get involved. Operation Christmas Child also has a Facebook page. You can search for Operation Christmas Child on Facebook, and you can follow the tour. We have an app, so it'll show you where we're going, what we're putting into the box, and some short video updates.
Great project for churches to get involved in, because an entire church family can come together. Each family can put together the shoebox, fill the shoebox. Can be a terrific experience for a family to take younger kids out, because they'll find something that they want to give to a child roughly the same age in another part of the world. So that can be a richly rewarding experience. I know we spent part of devotions one day putting the boxes together, and once we figured out the system, it went pretty fast. So it can be a pretty slick little deal. And I want to stress this, Alexa, too, and maybe Renan, you can add to this, that the big picture here is this isn't just about putting gifts or hygiene items in the hands of needy kids. It's about giving them a message of hope and giving them a copy of the Scriptures.
Absolutely. We have something great called the Greatest Journey, and we put that into each shoebox. And so my favorite thing about Operation Christmas Child is local churches actually deliver these shoeboxes. So Americans don't go in and here's a shoebox, I'll see you later. Operation Christmas Child partners with the local church in the community of the children who get them. So they continually go back. They tell them about Jesus Christ, and they disciple them, and they leave them with the Greatest Journey, which is just Bible stories. And it really teaches the children about Jesus Christ, which is the entire reason and the only reason that we really do this.
And Renan, you'd indicated that your mother had instilled faith in you, had taught you to believe in God, trust God, and you prayed and prayed and prayed because you so badly wanted to go to school.
That's right.
And it seemed like one day after another, God was not answering that prayer.
That's right. And always my mom say, pray anything. I remember when I was a kid, just praying every night and get up early the next morning, look around. Mom, he didn't bring me anything. She taught me how to pray because she is a woman that believes in the power of prayer. And that's what I tell people. The most important thing you can do is pray because God is using us to answer these prayers. So that's what I tell people now. Whatever you do, pray. God will guide you. Like she say, might be at Walmart or somewhere and you think, it's 5 pencils there. I need to buy that? Well, you don't know, maybe 5 kids in the home. So just whatever you think, just put it in that shoebox and they will love it.
Okay, Alexa, we got about 30 seconds. Tell us again how people can get more information, get involved in the project.
You can get involved by going to www.SamaritansPurse.org/OCC or go to the Facebook page and just search for Operation Christmas Child. And that's how you can get involved.
Okay, terrific. Our special guests have been Alexa Gerbrans and Renan Perdomo from Operation Christmas Child. You can get involved, make an eternal difference, not just a difference for time, but also a difference for eternity in the life of a needy child. Well, Alexa and Renan, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much.
We'll be right back after these words. Stay with us. Focal Point, AFR Talk.